Hey houseplant friends, welcome back to my cutie little YouTube channel. Today we are going to look through my plant box. I have a gigantic plant box. It's so big that if it was empty, I could curl up in it and you could put the lid on top of it. It's gigantic. I used to watch these videos when I was in high school, okay? So a long time ago, but they used to have these fun videos and it was like, what's in my purse? And it would just be like showing everything that was in your purse, backpack, or whatever, like at that immediate time. Like you're not doing anything to prepare it or set it up to make it look special. It's just like raw and like, this is exactly what's in here right now and this is how it looks exactly. Anyways, I thought it would be fun if we did that together. It is officially, it's past Thanksgiving, so it's Christmas time. It's cold. It's like 30 degrees outside. By the time you're seeing this, we're supposed to have gotten snow, and I made myself a lavender milk tea latte. I am sitting on my shiki futon, which is Japanese futon, not just a normal futon. I have my book blanket. Yeah, I have my reading socks on, and we are gonna get comfy and cozy and look inside my gigantic box. Before we get started, please don't forget to hit like and subscribe. Maybe you've been binge watching my videos and you just forgot to hit that subscribe button. Welcome to the community. I have YouTube channel memberships, which I would implore you to check out if you feel like supporting me and my family extra this holiday season. Thank you so much to my top tier member, Tara Joe. Thank you, Raven. Yeah, let's get all comfy and cozy. Put my hair up because we are gonna get into some serious plant box. Okay, let's get into the plant box. Okay. Here's my box. It is gigantic, okay? There's some things sitting on top of it. They're not in the box, but they are a part of my box, if that makes any sense. I love this blanket. Oh my gosh. So fun. Okay, so the first thing I'm gonna show you are these. These are Sunpack 2.5 inch clear square pots. That's these guys. I picked these up not too long ago from Zamzows. They were 60 cents each or 45 cents each. It was really inexpensive. And I have a lot of plants that don't have pots, or they're in like a coffee cup. I have cut the lid off of, so, or not the lid, but like the top of it. So it's just the base. So I thought I should probably get some of these. They do have drainage holes in them. I purchased 16 of these. I have yet to use any of them, but that makes sense because before I left I actually got rid of some and then I gave some away. So then I have this, which I purchased stratum because I was gonna repot a bunch of my Hoya. Said pots, right? But I actually haven't done that yet. This was kind of expensive. I think this was like $25 or $29 for all this stratum. All the stratum I've used so far has just been given to me by other people who do plants. So I really thought that I needed this. I'm glad I have it now because I'll never need to buy stratum again for the rest of my life. But yeah, I just have like 7 community Hoya cups of stratum. Okay, I have this. This is Unigrow cactus mix. And this is one of my favorite cactus mixes. I actually really like the rosy soil. The rosy soil cactus mix is the best, but I can't always get more of that. So this is what I use in between. This is $4.26 where I live for this giant bag of cactus. I put my pinguiculas in this and I put my cactus in this. The pinguiculas, actually, this has almost exactly the same ingredients as pinguicula. It just, I think, has less pumice in it. hummus, forest product, peat moss, sand, earthworm casting, bone meal, blood meal, cottonseed meal, and alfalfa meal. So I think the meals are what make it so dry. So when I put my pings in this, I add a little bit of extra like moss and pumice. But yeah, cactus mix. And the last thing, I had to get this. My Zamzos was out of that cactus mix, and when I came back from Arizona, I didn't know if I would have enough or if that bag would be enough. It did end up being enough, but I purchased this black gold cactus mix, which I think was $8.96. I have yet to open it. I'm not going to return it. I'm going to use it. I do prefer smaller soil brands just because it feels higher quality. I really like the Rosy Soil stuff because they have activated charcoal, and that's really good. Okay, let's get into the actual box now. What is in here? Okay. All right. There's a lot of stuff in here. Oh, a couple other things really quick. This is my scalpel. I keep this out, but out of Kai's reach. I keep it where I keep like knives and scissors and stuff. This is what I use to propagate any plant that I have. So scalpels are super sharp. Seriously, if you have kids or something that could get into this, you have to keep this away. This is so sharp. It's sharper than scissors. It's sharper than your knives. It will seriously do some damage. So seriously, warning. This bad boy is how I propagate. And this is the best thing for propagation. It doesn't apply pressure from two sides when you're cutting something that would kind of damage the stem, because that happens a lot. People will use scissors, especially blunt ones like kitchen scissors, and I used to do this, and when you actually use that to propagate plants, it will crush the stem, which can make it more likely to rot. I actually recently started doing this instead, and the difference is nuts. There's like no sawing. It's so sharp that you just apply pressure and it just slides through, doesn't damage your plant at all. I seriously recommend this. I purchased a little bit of a more expensive one, and I did get this from Michael's. You don't need to get one this expensive, but this one has replaceable heads, and that's important because the the sap from plants, it'll actually corrode the metal over time. So like that's not dirt on there, that's actual chemical reaction on there. So you're gonna need to buy multiple, or you're gonna have to replace the tips. This is my fertilizer. I use Fertilome Root Stimulator 410-3, and I love this. This is amazing. 410-3 is the best ever. That's a little bit of a controversial thing to say, I think, because people really like other formulas, but 410-3, really good for variegation, really good for Ilsamanii. This will burn your begonias. If you get this on your begonia leaves, it will totally destroy them, or other delicate plant leaves. So when you're watering with this, it needs to go directly into the soil. If you get it on the leaves, you will fry them. I really am so excited to talk about these. Hi, Kai. Hi, what am I doing? Careful, watch your feet, watch your feet. Hi. I'm really excited to talk about these. These are Urban Gardener. This was one of the very first brands to ever work with me in like a long form capacity. These are amazing. So the Super Elixir Growth Spray, this is what I use on my Hoya, and when I had orchids, I used it on orchids. And this is Say No to Bugs. Both of these are homeopathic, so there's no chemicals in them. You can spray this indoors without your windows open. They smell really, really good. They smell like orange and clove. It is safe for people and pets. Don't eat it. Don't squirt it up your nose and breathe it in. The smell can be a little overpowering if you use a ton of it just all over everything. So in that case, I would recommend opening a window, just because I like the smell, but Christopher has commented on it when I have used like done an all over plant treatment before. So this is amazing. I have links for this and a couple other products that you're gonna see in this video, but I love Urban Gardener. If there's one thing you take away from this entire video, it's use this stuff. This is amazing. This is the only stuff I could use when I was pregnant, because you are absolutely not supposed to use any kind of pesticide when you're pregnant. That is a huge thing. I think it's also when you're breastfeeding. So I only recently actually started, actually I don't even think I've used Captain Jack's again yet. I don't even think I have that in my box right now. Captain Jack's is the pest prevention I generally use for houseplants because it works wonders. You only have to use it once and then you're good. This stuff, I swear by this stuff. Please check them out. Use my discount code. You get a huge freaking discount. They have refills that you can order as well that are absolutely gigantic. Right on top, I have peat moss. Put this in my Pinguicula soil. Then I have sphagnum moss. This is the best brand for sphagnum moss ever. New Zealand. I don't know of a higher quality one. I'm sure that there are some people grow their own sphagnum moss. Thank you. Can you close the door? Yeah. Good job. This stuff can come back to life if you're using it properly, and then you can just grow your own sphagnum moss, which is awesome. This is more expensive. You can find less expensive moss at Home Depot and Lowe's, but it is sharp, prickly. Honestly, like as someone who purchased the other moss for years, I regret it so much. I wish I just used actual sphagnum moss. I will tell you guys, when I use any sphagnum moss, less so with this one because it's a cleaner one, my hands and body gets very like itchy and irritated. So usually when I'm handling sphagnum moss, when it's wet, I actually use gloves. That might happen for you if you use sphagnum moss. This is my main growing thing. I love growing in moss, so, but if you're someone who's like kind of sensitive to stuff, definitely keep that in mind. We have a little plant saucer here. I thrifted this from a Goodwill. This came with a stack of 6 of them. Yeah, big jump. I have this. This is a ceramic plant tray. It's from Little Fire Ceramics. I got this for free actually from my friends at REM Botanicals, which is a plant shop in Oregon. You want to go see Daddy? Yeah. Okay. This held a moss ball that I had a plant in. I can't remember which plant I had in moss. Maybe it was just an orchid, but they just gave this to me with it, which was awesome. And it's that vanilla bean vibe that I really like. I purchased this originally to be for my Pinguiculas. It is a cement gray bowl I got from Walmart, and it just absorbed the water like it was terracotta, so I had to take my pings out. These are stones. I purchased these from the Dollar Tree. I put them on top of my cactus. I put in my cactus, like when I pot one, I use cactus soil, but then I use a white sand top dressing, which I also got from Dollar Tree. And then sometimes I also do this. This is green crushed glass right there, also from Dollar Tree. And then I have these white stones, also from Dollar Tree. And I try to make the tops of the cactus all look really nice and uniform. I have floral wire. This stuff is a lifesaver. This one, oh gosh, I can't remember where I buy this. I think this one, because there's so much of it here. I think I might have actually got this from Michael's when I went to get my scalpel, but generally it comes in a wheel. You can get this from Home Depot. This stuff is great. And Lowe's, you can also get it from Lowe's. I used to use this to pin plants into my IKEA greenhouse living walls that I used to have. I don't do that stuff anymore, obviously, but I still keep it because sometimes it's nice if you want to use this to try to guide a plant on like a trellis. You can make this into like a trellis. So I just have I have an absolute ton of it. I do wish I could get one that was a bigger gauge, but for now that will do. More stratum from someone else. People are so nice. A friend actually sent this to me when they sent me a bunch of Hoya. I think this was from Xena, because Xena sent me a box with a ton of Hoya. I think she also sent me stratum because she knows I really like stratum for the Hoya, which was really nice. This is a pot, a ceramic pot from Clay Ceramics. This is a local Boise artist, KLEI, and this is one of my favorite ceramicists ever. I have a ton of her pottery, and this is just one of my favorite ones. I just don't have anything small enough that hangs to put it in there right now. This is Rosy Soil. I love Rosy Soil. I also have a discount code for Rosy Soil. This is their plant food, so you put this on top of your plants that are potted or in moss, and then anytime you water them, it waters the nutrients down into the soil. This is more of the same cactus mix. I didn't know I had this. So I have a lot of cactus mix. You can do it! You can do it! Houseplant mix. Okay, super good. Then we have what is left of my Rosy Soil cactus mix. This is my favorite cactus mix ever. Biocharcoal, pumice, sand, pine bark fines, mycorrhizae, worm castings, and compost. This stuff is like pitch black. Like the color of it is just completely black. Okay, then we have a lot of glass in here. So I have this little glass tray I used to keep a couple Hoya on. I have this glass pie dish. I used to also keep some Hoya on that were in pots. Like for both of these, you can obviously tell I watered plants on top of them. This was something I got for Pings. I have a Dutch rose cup cleaned out and totally ready to use. More Urban Gardener. This is a leaf shine. I am not a huge fan of leaf shine. I use only this kind, and it is only when a plant has some like hard water spots on it. So I'll use this to like spray on, and then I'll wipe it off. You're supposed to wipe this off. Other leaf shine is just oily and gross. It damages the leaves, prevents photosynthesis. So leaf shine at your own risk, but this is better. And it also, like the other ones, it's safe for people and pets, and it also will not harm the bees or the butterflies. Here is We the Wild. So I have some We the Wild stuff. Let's break into that now. I've got quite a bit of We the Wild stuff, actually. I haven't used a ton of it. I don't even know if I have a discount code for We the Wild, but if I do, it's in my link tree, and I really like a couple things from them. I use the We the Wild Protect Spray sometimes. It's like a neem oil kind of base, but We the Wild, this is a popular brand. You're gonna see this in like plant stores and stuff. So this is their fertilizer. It's We the Wild Grow. And what does this say this is? Here's the NPK. 0.17, 0.14, 0. And then this is a concentrate, so you are supposed to like put this into water in order to dilute it. We also have the Enrich powder. So this is something you mix into your plant soil. You sprinkle it on top, and then you're supposed to water this on top of your plants with the diluted grow. Like that. So those things go together. And We the Wild did send me this stuff. Where's Raven? Is she in there? Then we have We the Wild Pest Traps. I haven't used these yet. They're still in their box, but I plan to. I was going to be using these until I got Pinguiculas. Pinguiculas have been doing the job since then. I really, really like the design for this though, because this stuff, it has a storage box. Super cute storage box. These pest traps actually wrap around on the inside of the pot, so they're not sticking out. And you can see the demonstration right there. These are the We the Wild gardening gloves. These are the other thing I asked them to send me, along with these compostable gardening mats. These mats are awesome. There's 2 in here, You can totally reuse them. I shoved mine back in here, so I still have 2. Love it. They're eco-friendly, made from corn. They're huge. It says pot it like it's hot on them. I love them. 10 out of 10. I actually purchased these gloves myself, these ones. And then in my PR box, they sent me some as well. This moss is from my box. They don't come to you with moss like that. So I have 2 pairs of gardening gloves. I use these when I am like cleaning my leaves to make sure that I'm not like handling the plants too roughly. I had soul soil. I used it all. So I don't have anything to show you from them except for this, which you would put inside of the bag, and then you would use this to like pot around. The last of my houseplant mix from that other bag. There's still some in here. There's crumbs. I love this stuff so much that there's just some crumbs left and I haven't thrown it away. Okay, so we have some, gosh, I don't want to get stuff on my futon. This, just a couple pots right here. An old Costa Farm pot. I keep almost all my pots. I have glass. Before I had my cabinets, I grew everything in glass because I'm a humidity grower. And then this is from Tasha. I just haven't given it back to her yet. But we were using this as like a makeshift cloche. Here's some more glass. Another cloche. This one's plastic. A pot. This one was originally a hanging pot and I got this from Home Depot. Came with this macrame hanger. This guy. Want you guys to know, you don't have to buy expensive macrame. You can, like, you know, from like a big box store or something. Definitely buy local if you can. There's a lot of local people who will sell macrame at your local plant stores if you have one. But Dollar Tree sells macrame hangers for $1. These were the outsides of those Walmart terracotta like self-watering planters. Me and a bunch of other friends got really into them. And after we used them for a while, they like wrecked our plants. Like all of our plants were in like recovery mode. The terracotta was way too absorbative. It just sucked the life out of everything. And then on top of that, the plastic over the terracotta actually would cause mold between the terracotta and the water, and this, because it's not a perfect fit. It's almost like a little terrarium in there. So you put the pot in and there's like space on the sides. And the pots were a half size too small or 3/4 of a size too small. So this 4-inch was actually like a 2.75 inch. Then I have some more just black pots. These actually go on my box and plant wall, which is not in this plant box, but it counts. I freaking love that thing. I have 3 of them. I would have purchased them myself if they didn't send them to me. It is amazing. They're super easy to hang up. I've done it with my baby sleeping all 2 times because they sent me a big one first and then they sent me 2 additional ones that I put on either side of my big one. It is my main mode of keeping plants now, is keeping them on that wall. It comes with these 6-inch planters, but I keep my plants in a 4-inch pot. I even have some plants in ceramic pots up there. Got some more glass here with some more temporary pots, and then a little container right there in case I want to put plant in that. More glass. Another notable thing, mother grow lights. These are my favorite grow lights. These are very expensive grow lights. Put these on your Christmas list from Santa. They are worth it. They don't overheat. They're diffused light, so it's not too intense. A lot of the other lights, I do have a Barina light that I really like. 4.5 feet tall, and it's a vertical light like Mother. Mother was the very first company to do these vertical lights that you can actually also, let's see if I can twist this off or it's been too long. Okay, has this little divot in it on the top right here. Okay, you see the divot? Hopefully you can see the divot. I can't see if you can see it. Yeah, this divot right there, okay, down the middle of it. It comes with clips, and you put the clips in that divot, and like when you screw the clips in or use magnet, I think they use magnets now. Here's some that I have had for a really long time. I've had this one since before they actually had a way to do the clips without mounting or magnets of their own. So I purchased these industrial magnets, okay? These magnets are gigantic. They're very, very strong. You could totally hurt yourself if you got your finger stuck here or something while putting this up there. So huge magnets. I just literally took 3M sticky pads, put them on there, and I would stick these inside of my IKEA greenhouse cabinets. I'm actually using a different grow light right now. I'm using the Vego Garden panel grow lights because they're really nice. I really, really like them. They're the only ones that I have ever used completely instead of these ones, and it's because they are automatically magnetic. So they have a magnetic base, and if you want to stick to something that's not magnetic, they give you a magnetic plate with it. You stick it on, it has its own adhesive, you take off the paper back, stick it onto something, now it's magnetic. Put the magnetic base on, which then you take the magnet, because there's a magnet in the light, there's almost like this kind of like little ridge, you stick that there, and then you can rotate it whichever way you want. They work on timers, they're completely waterproof, they aren't diffused. So I've noticed that it has burned a couple of my more sensitive plants, or just really like sun stressed them too much. So I've moved those plants lower down in my cabinets, but I'm using those ones right now. I have one in each cabinet, and I have another one in there that I'm not using, but it's just in there. And I'll show you that towards the end. And that actually came to me from a sponsor from Vego Garden themselves. Mother, Vego Garden, best grow lights ever. Barina, really, really good, especially if you're on a budget. 10 out of 10. I leave my Barina grow light on all day. I've never had any problems with it. It does run hotter than the other ones, like physically to the touch hotter, but it comes with stands to extend it another 2 feet, I think. They're just like these twisty bars basically. So it can stand on the ground and still reach everything. So very good. I'm obsessed with the new Barina stuff. I really like them. If I had more Barina stuff, I would absolutely use it. Yeah, I'm loving the vertical grow light trend right now. I am thinking about actually mounting, buying the Mother grow light mounting stuff, and actually mounting some lights up high as well, just because I think that would look really nice, but I haven't decided yet. I have, let me show you this one, another Mother grow light. This is one of the big ones, okay? So here's the small one, here's the big one. The Barina grow light that I have that's vertical is this plus this much. It is huge. It's massive, and it can be taller than me. So put Mother on your wish list if you can. The tubes can actually be replaced. Other LED lights absolutely cannot be replaced. Can't do anything about it if something goes wrong other than ask for a return from the company. Mother has refillable tubes, and I'm pretty sure they have a warranty for life. These are amazing. This is the most high quality light I have ever used. I think the only thing that would be better or equal to Mother is Soltech. And I had a sponsor from Soltech, but I never did anything with it. And then I actually like gave my grow lights, it was a track grow light system, but our landlord didn't want me to mount anything on the ceiling like that. Because when I got them, we had already decided we weren't going to be staying, and it wasn't a paid sponsorship. So I ended up not doing that. And ever since then, I actually can't get Soltech to work with me again. So it's probably not personal. It's probably just like they sent me an expensive track system and I didn't do anything with it. So they're not sending me anything else, but they Soltech released lights similar to this after Mother's design. Mother is the original. They are the original. Soltech is good. They're the only thing I think I could probably compare to Mother, but I can't say that for sure because I have never had a Soltech grow light that I've actually used. So also, you guys, I found my Protect spray. It was in fact behind my other stuff. I do have a discount code, I know for sure for this, where if you order anything from We the Wild, you will get a free Protect spray with your order. So that is pretty cool. Here is the grow light I was just talking about. This is Vigo Garden. This is their panel grow light, okay? Here it is. Here is the front. And it's touch controls. It has a bunch of different options on it. And this is the magnetic mount. So you just connect it like that. You can rotate it however you want it to face. So freaking good. Doesn't get hot at all. That is like my biggest fear, is that my house will burn down someday from grow lights. So the only one that gets hot enough that I'm like worried maybe like I wouldn't leave them on if I was going out of town are my Barina, because they get warm enough that I'm like, I don't want my son to touch it. It won't burn you, but it's uncomfortably hot. The Mothers don't get too hot. This doesn't get hot at all. But yeah, I have this guy. Pretty sure a Ring of Fire came in this. For some reason, I'll never understand why people put plants that aren't made to like hang in hanging pots, but go off. The last couple things I have to talk about are this. So this is a hanging pot from the company Live Trends. I'm not gonna get that all sorted out. It is the vanilla bean pattern I like a lot. I love this. I used to keep my Hoya carnosa compacta variegata in this. The last things I have to talk about. I bought these hearts. I haven't done anything with them yet. I'm pretty sure it's meant to be some kind of jar, but each piece was labeled separately at the thrift store. I thought it could be cool to put some pings in there. I haven't done anything with them though, but I think it's really cute. That was one of the first things I actually thrifted when I started getting back into plants in it is 2025 still, I guess, but at the beginning of this year. Then we have, these are all plant trays. So I put these underneath pots instead of plastic. I stopped doing that recently because it increases the space around it. So they're really cute. I love the patterns on these. You can get these at the dollars or at the any thrift store for like 90 cents. Like, they're so cheap. I love them. They're all the Corel brand. They're obviously supposed to be plates, but the pot sits right in this middle part, and then you have all of this space on the side that just takes up. And if you're starting to run out of space already on a shelf or in your cabinet, that is going to be a bit of a problem because that just takes up more space. So that's why I'm not using those. And the last things I have to show you are these little saucers. Yeah, they're plant saucers. This one is from Clay by Shay, and this goes underneath one of my rainbow pots. Here is, oh, it's kind of wet. I'll just put it on this. This is a Clay by Shay rainbow pot that I have. She doesn't make these anymore, so you unfortunately cannot buy these, which is so sad because they are so cute. I have like 7 of them. Every time I saw one at a succulent day, which is also not even open anymore, I would buy one. And I have one of my favorite plants ever nestled right on in there. You know what, I'll actually replace my other saucer. I was using one of the Corel saucers under that pot, but yeah. And then this is just a random terracotta saucer that you could get anywhere. And that is it. That is everything in my plant box minus a bunch of loose dirt. I really wanted to make this video. I think videos like this are so fun. I love when people are like, here's what's in my XYZ. I'm like, I want to know what's in there. So if you're a content creator watching this and you do plants, please post. Please do this. I really, really, really want to see what's in other people's plant boxes. And if there's anything like weirdly funny in there, like I love just the Dutch Brothers cups, I think is hilarious. That's it for this video. Thank you for hanging out with me, for doing cuddly, cozy fall time together. I guess it's winter now, so that's nuts. It's November 26th. We put our reading socks on, we have our book blanket, we're sitting on our tatami with our shiki butan, and we had our tea. So I hope you had fun doing this with me, hanging out with me. Yeah, I think that's it though. I love you guys. I love hanging out with you guys. I like this filming spot right here. Normally keep my monstera here or my ficus here, but I thought that that would be cozy. I like the background, and I like setting up my tatami into couch form. It could do multiple forms, and I love couch form. That's it. I'll see you guys in the next houseplant section. Bye-bye.